Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning and best wishes to all of us. All praise be to God Almighty, the merciful and the most kind who creates the world to all mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lia Marlia, and it is a wonderful and precious chance for me to be the host of the opening ceremony of the Remote Short-Term Student Exchange Program 2020 between Telkom University Indonesia and University of Malaya, Malaysia. Distinguished guests, representative of University of Malaya, Deputy Dean of Undergraduate, Dean's Office, Faculty of Computer Science, Associate Professor, Dr. Maizatul Akmar binti Ismail. Halo, Dr. Mai. Dr. Asmiza, Dr. Unaiza Hanum Obaidillah, and Madam Mas Idayu Sabri. Telkom University's Director of Strategic Partnership and International Office, Ibu Lia Yuldinawati, STMM.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ibu. The Manager of Telkom University's International Office, Ibu Indah Fajarwati.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Lecturers from Telkom University, Bapak Dr. Andri Alamsyah, SSI, MSc, Bapak Dr. Putu Hari Gunawan, Bapak M. Ihsan Sani, FTMT, STMT.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bapak. Bapak Simon Siregar, SSI, MT. Bapak Muhammad Rizky Alfarisi, SST, MT. And Ibu Triwidarmanti, SMB, But last but not least, students from University of Malaya and Telkom University. Audience, this event is an annual event between Telkom University and University of Malaya since 2016. Usually, the short course were done on site by visiting each campus, but since this year we have this pandemic situation, Telkom University and University of Malaya have agreed to do this by online. Before we start the agenda, for mutual comfort, kindly turn your Google Meet layout into sidebar option. You can click the three dot symbol in the lower right corner, choose layout, and then choose sidebar. Let us start this opening ceremony of the Remote Short-Term Student Exchange Program 2020 between Telkom University Indonesia and University of Malaya, Malaysia by singing national anthem from Indonesia and Malaysia. Operator, please play the video of the national anthem, Indonesian national anthem and Malaysian national anthem. Please unmute. Okay, operator, can you please play? Thank you, everyone. We would like to invite Telkom University's Director of Strategic Partnership and International Office, Ibu Lia Yuldinawati, STMM, to give a welcoming speech. Ibu Lia, please.
Honorable guests from University of Malaya, Dr. Unaiza Hanum Obaidillah and Madam Mas Idayu Sabri, all lecturers and international office staffs. Good morning and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. On behalf of Telkom University, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 5th Remote Short-Term Exchange 2020, although we have to do this online due to this pandemic this year. Dear students, during this program, you will learn 3 subjects: image processing using OpenCV, machine learning, and AI in everyday life. Get an insight from professionals in the industry who have developed robots to help health workers deal with COVID-19. Also, learn about Indonesia traditional dance called Jaipongan. We hope that this activity will provide additional knowledge beyond what has been learned in each class at the University of Malaya. I urge you to make the most out of the wonderful opportunity during the program. It is truly a learning experience that transcends boundaries. Let me once again thank you to our partner, University of Malaya. I hope we can always maintain the good relationship that we have. I also want to specially congratulate the honorable speakers and most of all, students for participating in this program, and wish success to this renewed short-term exchange 2020. Thank you all for being here today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Ibu Lia. Now we would like to invite the Deputy Dean of Undergraduate, Dean's Office, Faculty of Computer Science, Associate Professor Dr. Maizatul Akmar binti Ismail to give a word or two. Please, Dr. Mai.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all. Good morning to MC and also the representative from Telkomsel University, okay, to all the lecturers, okay, the staff and also students, okay. So I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Telkomsel and also members, okay, who make this online mobility program a possible one. Okay, so I really hope that students can take this opportunity, okay, to learn from each other. Okay, so of course we are having online classes now, and then even for mobility we are having it online as well. Okay, so we told our student last week, okay, take this opportunity, okay, plan as if you are going there personally. Okay, get early in the morning, okay, put on your bath clothes, okay, and get yourself ready, okay, and as much as possible, try to make full use, okay, or make the best of the situation that happens. Hopefully next year when situations are getting better, okay, we can start having, the visits like what we have had for the previous years. So I'm so happy to know that this is the 5th year of our collaboration, and hopefully, okay, this kind of effort will be continued for more years to come. Okay, so thank you very much for everything, and I wish to all students best of luck. Okay, and try your best and try to not only learning, okay, but try to experience each other's culture, okay, through this platform. So I think that is all from me. So thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Dr. Mai. And we have come to the end of the opening ceremony for the remote short-term Student Exchange Program 2020 between Telkom University and University of Malaya. But before we end it, I would like to invite all guests and participants to join a virtual group photo. So kindly turn on your camera. Okay. Okay, we will take a picture on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, one more, maybe this time with freestyle. Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think that's it. That's the group photo that we have for this opening ceremony session. And we finally have come to the end of the opening ceremony agenda. Thank you for your participation and attention. After this, all participants are welcome to stay in the room to join the cultural session. We will take a break for 10 minutes, but please do not leave the room. I bid you goodbye, enjoy the short course, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank Dr. Mai, Dr. Asmiza.
Thank you. Thank you, Budia.
Thank you.
Hi,
Thank
Dr.
you all. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm having some technical difficulties just now, so I couldn't go inside the room. But I managed to get into the end, and I'm in a photo. So, yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, it's good to see everyone. So I need to.
Sure. I'll see you after this, Dr. Asmiza.
Yeah, maybe Ibu Lia also can join. Maybe the opening as well.
Inshallah.
We handle all.
Yeah, I have to handle the cultural session after this. Dr. Asmiza, so sorry.
Okay. All right, I'll see you on the other side.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, for students of University of Malaya, please stay in this Google Meet room. And for students from Telkom University, you are welcome to join the opening ceremony for University of Malaya session, okay? Okay, we will take a break for 10 minutes from now. Maybe not 10 minutes, so maybe 16 minutes. So please join us again. Turn on your camera and ready for the cultural session in 9:30 Indonesian time or 10:30 Malaysian time, okay? Okay, we will start the remote short-term student exchange program with a fun way, going to some performances. Okay, I'm going to turn off my camera, but please do not leave the room. And tell your other friends who are not joining us yet to join the room. Thank you. Okay, students, we will start in less than 2 minutes. In 1 minute. Okay, let's start the cultural session. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and best wishes to all of you. Welcome to the cultural session of the Remote Short-Term Student Exchange Program 2020 between Telkom University and University of Malaya. Today, we're going to watch some traditional performances from West Java, Indonesia. There will be some explanations afterwards before the performances, about the performances, where you can freely ask questions too. Nothing complicated today. the class is not even started. This is the cultural session. Just watching the richness of local culture in Indonesia. These performances were being tapped last week and especially made for you. But before we start the agenda, I want to remind you again that for mutual comfort, kindly turn your Google Meet layout into the sidebar option. You can click the three dot symbol in the lower right corner, choose layout, and then choose sidebar. Okay, let's watch the first performance. This is Rampak Kendang. Okay, that's the Rampak Kendang performance, and we are now have Kang Gilang. Kang Gilang is the Kendang player, and he is here today to explain to all of us about what Rampak Kendang is and what is Kendang and how to play Kendang. So we also have Ibu Novi in the other side. She will help to translate the explanations of Kang Gilang if it is necessary. Okay, Kang Gilang, you can start the presentation.
Okay, thank you. For the first, good morning everybody. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Selamat pagi. Today I will explain a little about Kendang Sunda, but I'm sorry I cannot speak English well, so I will explain use Indonesian language or bahasa Indonesia. We can look at the screen. Oke, Kendang Sunda. Kendang Sunda itu adalah salah satu alat musik perkusi musik Sunda atau karawitan Sunda, di mana Sunda itu merupakan istilah penamaan dalam musik tradisional. Kendang Sunda itu mulai dikenal atau mulai berkembang sejak abad ke-9 Masehi. Nah, selanjutnya kendang memiliki fungsi sebagai pengatur ritme atau ritmis, pengatur tempo, pemberi aksentuasi dalam musik, termasuk mengiringi gerak-gerak dalam tarian. Oke, dan yang ketiga, kendang juga dalam karawitan Sunda atau dalam musik tradisi Sunda itu dapat digunakan oleh berbagai genre, diantaranya satu ada kiliningan, ada juga pencak silat, ada jaipongan, termasuk rampak kendang. Nah, kalau untuk rampak kendang mungkin cara bermainnya sama, hanya saja rampak itu bermainnya lebih daripada satu orang dan bersamaan. Bu Novi boleh ditranslate mengenai rampak kendang?
Okay, so in Rampak Kendang, usually they play together. So they play in a group. They let's say keep the kendang together. So it will produce the instrument, yeah, because the sound will be in a group. Yeah, it's like that.
Okay, thank you. Next. Selanjutnya kita akan menjelaskan tentang organologi kendang secara singkat. Yang pertama, kendang itu memiliki dua ukuran atau dua bentuk. Ada ukuran besar, big kendang, and small kendang. Kendang kecil atau biasa disebut dengan kulanter. Nah, selanjutnya ada juga kendang terbuat dari bahan kayu nangka atau jackfruit wood, dan juga dibungkus atau dibuat oleh kulit kerbau. Nah, di screen terlihat ada gambar kendang. Yang pertama itu kendang besar terbagi menjadi beberapa bagian. Bagian pertama itu ada kuluwung sebagai tubuh kendang. Dan di poin B ada rarawat atau tali sebagai tuner. Ada juga di poin ketiga ada ali-ali itu sebagai pengunci tunernya. Nah, selanjutnya di poin D ada wengku sebagai penyangga dari membrannya. Ada di poin E dengan nama kemprang, itu membran high atau nada tinggi. Membran nada tinggi. Dan selanjutnya yang terakhir ada gedug. Itu nama untuk low membran atau membran dengan nada rendah. Oke, selanjutnya di bagian kedua atau bagian kulanter, kendang kecil, ada dua bagian. Yang pertama high membran atau membran dengan nada tinggi, itu dinamakan kutiplak. B, di low membran atau membran dengan nada rendah itu disebutnya katipung. Selanjutnya di bagian ketiga ada alat pendukung, diantaranya satu ada kadali. Nah, kadali itu sebagai tali penyangga kaki dalam memainkan kendang. Dan di poin kedua ada rancak atau ancak, itu sebagai penyangga atau dudukan kendang besarnya. Oke, sekian untuk penjelasan secara singkat mengenai kendang Sunda. Selanjutnya lanjut ke praktek. Oke, untuk praktek pertama kita akan mengenali suara-suara yang terdapat dalam kendang terlebih dahulu.
Okay, so we will learn the voice of the kendang itself.
Pertama di kulanter terdapat 3 suara.
Okay, so in kulanter there are 3 kinds of voices.
Oke, ada pung dengan 1 jari.
Kum, okay.
Pung.
Okay.
Ya. Yang kedua ada pang.
Okay, the second one is pang.
Dan yang ketiga ada pak.
Okay, the last one is pak.
Oke, selanjutnya di kendang besar di bagian kemprang ada 4 suara.
Okay, so there are 4 sounds in high kendang, in a big kendang, sorry. Okay, the first one.
Pertama ada suara pong.
Pong, okay. The first one
Pong.
is pong.
Ada pong, ada ping.
Pong and the ping.
Pong, ping,
Okay.
pang,
Pang
and pak.
and pak.
Oke.
Okay.
Next.
You may repeat. Please repeat.
Okay. Once again. Pong, ping, pang, pak.
Okay. Pong, ping, pak,
Pak,
pang.
pak.
Okay. Okay, so it's really interesting. Okay.
Next in the katipung ada 1 suara.
Okay, so only one sound in katipung. Okay.
Cuma tung saja.
Okay. So
Ya.
only tung.
Oke. Terakhir di bagian gedung
Okay, in the last one in geduk.
ada 4 suara.
Okay, there are 4 sounds here.
Ya, pertama ada dong,
Dung,
ada deng,
ada deng,
ada dek,
dek.
dan kombinasi dari ketiganya.
Okay, and the last one is the combination of the 3 sounds.
Like this. Dong, deng, dek,
Okay, dong.
combination.
Okay, all right. So there are dong, deng, and dek, and the combination. All right.
Nah, sekarang dicoba untuk contoh permainan secara keseluruhan.
Okay, so let's see how it sounds, yeah. Okay, that's really interesting and nice sound. Okay, Kang Gilang, that's really nice.
Oke, saya rasa cukup untuk penjelasan singkat mengenai kendang Sunda. Thank you. Everybody, selamat pagi.
Yay. Thank you, Kang Gilang and Ibu Novi, for the explanation and also for the practice. And we are moving on to the second performance. We will watch the second performance that we call Jaipongan dance. I'm sure it is already famous, not only in Indonesia, but also in the world. Some of you who already know Indonesia more, or maybe visit Bandung or West Java, maybe already watch this performance. So Jaipongan dance is a traditional dance, again from West Java. Jaipongan, also known as Jaipong, a popular traditional dance of Sundanese people, West Java, Indonesia. The dance was created by Gugum Gumbira based on traditional Sundanese ketuk tilu music and pencak silat movements. Kang Gilang will also show and explain some Jaipongan moves after the performance. So please, operator, play the Jaipongan dance. The Jaipongan dance video. Okay, so that's the performance from Jaipongan Dance that we recorded last week, especially for this program. And we are now have one dancer and also Kang Gilang here in our campus again today in Monday morning to explain what is Jaipongan Dance and how is the movement and why is the movement like that, maybe. And Kang Gilang, please explain to us about Jaipongan dance or Miss Dancer. I don't know her name yet. Good morning.
Good morning. So thank you for the opportunity. So glad to be here. I am Sinda Regina. I am a dancer. So I would like to explain about Jaipongan. Next slide, please. So what is Jaipongan? In etymology, Jaipongan is from Jaipong, that didn't have meaning. Jaipong spoken by Nayaga just for enjoying performing arts, especially Topeng Banjet in Karawang. So Nayaga is traditional musician. And then the word of Jaipong just adopted to be Jaipongan. It means Jaipongan dance. Jaipongan created by Gugum Gumbira in 1970. Next slide. So Jaipongan based on folk art, there are Ketuk Tilu, Pencak Silat, Kelinengan Bajidoran, and Topeng Banjet. Actually, Ketuk Tilu and Kelinengan Bajidoran is social dance, and Pencak Silat is traditional martial art, and Topeng Banjet is mass dance from Karawang. So there are 4 elements of Jaipongan, as we can call it structure, but it's not systematic. It could be random. There are mincit, bukaan, mibaken, and pencugan. Mincit is opening when you move Jaipongan, and then mincit is movement more relaxed, that you can, it could be like double step and more relaxed like that. Bukan is opening dance in Jaipongan, and then Nibaken is when you end to move in the beat. It called ngagoongkeun. And then pencugan is the way you explore your skill. Yeah, like that. Next slide, please. So, Bajirul Kahot is the one of Jaipongan dance that culturation of Bali and Sundan. In choreography, there are Jaipongan movement and Bali movement. In music arrangement, there are harmony of gamelan Bali and gamelan Sunda. Bajirul Kahot is actually a dynamic Jaipongan dance that explain the beauty of woman and cheerfulness. So I will show you guys the structure of Jaipongan in Bajirul Kahot. And I will collab with kendangers. Okay. So I will show you the structure from bukaan, pencugan, nibaken, and then mincit. So that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's very nice. Thank you so much for joining us today, Kang Gilang and team. We really appreciate it. Okay, so we only have unfortunately, we only have 2 performances today. We want to give you more, but the time is very limited. So it's a discussion time. Should you have a question between? Should you have any question about these performances that we saw earlier? You can write the question in the chat box, or you may ask directly to our to Kang Gilang or to the dancer. So, is there anyone who have a question about anything? About Jaipongan or Rampak Kendang, or maybe you want to know more about other traditional or Indonesian culture? This is your chance. Okay, we have one question here. Okay, they're ready now. Good. Kang Gilang, and I'm sorry, what is the name of Miss Dancer?
Sinda Regina.
Sinda Regina. Okay, you dance beautifully. I already a fans. So we have question from Zekri Daniel Muzamil Juraidi. When is Jaipongan usually performed nowadays? Maybe Ibu Novi can translate it.
Kapan biasanya Jaipongan itu dipertunjukkan? Di acara-acara seperti apa misalnya?
Jaipongan usually performed on wedding or special day, festival, and competition, and the other event. Yeah, so many.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. And we also have a question from Zul Imran. How long does it take to be a professional in Jaipongan and Kendang? Kang Gilang and dancer can answer the question.
Oke, biasanya berapa lama untuk bisa menjadi seorang profesional di Jaipong atau di sebagai rampak kendangers?
Okay, I think depends someone who focus to learn this this art. Like I am studied Jaipongan maybe 3 years. It could be good dancer. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, thank you. If you want to play kendang, I think same like Jaipong. You can learn for long time, 2 years or 3 or 4 years, and you can be some professional player. Okay.
It depends.
Yeah.
I think enough.
It depends on your it depends on your practice, on your commitment, I guess, because it takes a lot of commitment. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I see it's very difficult, I think, but if you manage to be a professional dancer or kendang player, you can see in our performancer today, they're really good at it, and they're really it's really nice to see them dance or play, I guess. So we really appreciate it. Is there anyone who want to ask directly to our speaker today? It's okay, you can turn on your microphone and then ask directly. Anyone? Okay, maybe if you don't want to ask directly, you can chat. You can write the question down in the chat box. We only have 2 questions today. We still have time.
Hello. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, so my name is Khairul Haziq. You can call me Haziq. I have a question. So how much is usually one set of kendang? How much do you pay for one set of kendang? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Berapa harga satu set kendang katanya Kang Gilang?
Sekitar 3 sampai 5 juta. Kalau Malaysia kurang tahu.
3 to 5 million rupiah, Indonesian rupiah. I don't know how much is that in ringgit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Why do you interesting to buy a set of kendang?
Maybe in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks fun, yeah, to watch Kang Gilang play the kendang. Okay, I open another opportunity to ask directly to our speaker today. You can ask freely about Jaipongan or kendang, I guess. We still have time. Oh, Miss Indah, help us to count in ringgit. So it's around 1,000 to 1,400 ringgit, Azik. So next time you go to Indonesia, you can buy, you can bring that amount of money to buy kendang. Just call Kang Gilang, I guess. Okay, I'm sure in Malaysia we also have the same instrument like kendang. I mean, almost the same maybe, but maybe different in how to play or the technique maybe, and also the traditional dance like Jaipongan. So if we don't have other question from participants, for our speaker. Thank you. Oh, we have one more question from Zachary again. Just now during the explanation of Jaipongan, it is said that the moves are random. Does this mean you can put minsit first or bukaan first? Oke, jadi disebutkan dalam penjelasan di Jaipongan tadi kalau gerakan di Jaipongan itu random. Apakah ini artinya kita boleh menempatkan memulai dengan mincit terlebih dahulu baru bukaan begitu?
Okay, thank you. Yes, of course, you can start with, for example, the first one is mincit, second one is bukaan, the third one is nibakan, and the last one is nibakan. Or you can add mincit also in the last one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's free ya.
Yeah, it's free.
Yeah. Okay, we have one other question from Liun Wan Chi. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. What is the special characteristic that a person that want to learn Jaipongan or Rampak Kendang must have? Apa karakteristik khusus yang harus dimiliki oleh seseorang yang ingin mempelajari Jaipongan atau Rampak Kendang?
In Jaipongan, I think special characteristic, general special characteristic is, of course, you have to have folk style from Sundanese, and then you have to personal style also to explore your skill. Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
In Kendang Sunda, you just lovely the culture, you must lovely the art, and you must lovely the instrument. I think enough.
Okay, first you have to love the culture, you have to love the instrument, you have to love the art of Sundanese, and then the other will follow, I guess, yeah. But I think practice and also make friends with other people who have the same passion and interest, it also will help, I guess. Okay, thank you so much for the question. Yes? Hi, good morning.
Hi. Can I have maybe last question? Is it the kendang is the part of gamelan? Because I used to play gamelan, but there is just the big one only. The small one that's not there. So is that the same as kendang?
Okay. Apakah kendang yang tadi dijelaskan oleh Kang Gilang itu sama dengan kendang yang ada di dalam gamelan? Karena penanya pernah bermain gamelan dan dia melihat kendang tapi hanya kendang yang besar saja tanpa kendang yang kecil. I think that what Afik mean, Kang Gilang. Apakah sama atau tidak? Kalau mungkin ya.
Untuk penamaan itu sama. Hanya saja kalau yang tanpa kendang kecil itu biasanya digunakan di Jawa Tengah atau Jawa Timur. Kalau Jawa Barat kendang Sunda.
Okay. So what we have today is kendang Sunda. So maybe what you saw in gamelan is a Javanese kendang.
Okay.
It's different province and different ethnic, I guess.
Okay.
But it's nice that you play gamelan.
Yeah, but it's long ago.
It's long ago. Okay, thank you. Okay, and Kira said the dancer's hair looks beautiful. So, is it long to prepare the hair, Miss?
About 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour.
1 hour, and you do this by yourself?
Yeah, of course.
And she did this by herself, without makeup. Ya, ini mengerjakan sendiri rambutnya?
Yeah.
See.
Oh, yeah.
From
Hairdo,
makeup,
makeup, and costume also.
And costume. You did a great job.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, I think from Afik, question from Afik is the last one. Oh, I have one chat. Oh no, it's from Kira. Thank you everyone for your interest in the cultural session. Thank you Kang Gilang and thank you Miss. I hope to see you again. Thank you for helping us explain about the Sundanese culture. Bye. Hope to see you again. And participants, we please stay. We still have quiz time. Yes, we have quiz. Miss Novi, can you help me to share the code?
Yes, wait a moment.
Okay, everyone be ready. Okay, so everyone kindly join to kahoot.it and then input the game pin 9398345. Miss Novi, we are not hearing the music now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not yet. Is anybody hearing the music?
Kok ada suaranya?
Okay. Now I can hear it. Thank you. We have how many participants? 15 participants. Okay, we have 26 participants now. Miss Novi, can we start the game?
Okay.
Okay, where does the Jaipongan dance come from? Is it West Java, Central Java, East Java, or Banten? Oh, it's very easy. I mentioned this earlier. Okay, 17 people answer it correctly, and Aziza now is leading. Okay, next. What is the name of the instrument that was hit in the performance of Rampak Kendang? Oh, it's also very easy. Yes, is it kecapi? Oh, everybody is correct? Of course. Oh, Zachary is now leading. What is the name of the tribe living in West Java? Is it Javanese, Batak, Sundanese, or Bugis? Yes, it's Sundanese. 21% answered correctly. Thank you. Okay, so Zachary is still leading, and the fourth question is it Surabaya is the capital city of West Java? Is it true or false?
Wow.
50-50. It's false. It's Bandung. Bandung is the capital city of West Java. Oh, Salsa Detron Zekri. And the last question, the following is the name of a historical building in Bandung. What is it? Have you visited Bandung? No, not yet. It's very easy for me because I live in Bandung. Yes, it's Gedung Sate. Oh, it's not bad. 12 people answered it correctly. So, who is the winner of the culture game today? So, Tasha, congratulations, you're number 3, and Maulana, you are number 2. And the first one is Salsa. Congratulations, Salsa, and runner-up is Iza, and I missed the other one. Thank you, Miss Novi, for helping us for the game session today. And I think that's it. That's the cultural session for today. And participants, dancer, and speaker, we finally have come to the end of the session. Let's close this session with another group photo. Okay, be ready, everyone. Please turn on your camera. We will have a group photo session. Okay, are you ready? Okay, let's give us your best smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for attending the first day of the remote short-term student exchange program 2020 between Telkom University Indonesia and University of Malaya, Malaysia. This is the session for University of Malaya students only. Thank you for your participation again and your attention and your enthusiasm. We really appreciate it. See you tomorrow in the image processing using OpenCV session. Okay, that's very much serious session. We just want to open this program with fun session. So I bid you goodbye. Enjoy the short course. We will give you the link to the Google Meet tomorrow to your email directly and also in the group WhatsApp. Enjoy the short course and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.